Thank you, thank you, thank you. Look, it was a hard fight for David. Obviously showed a lot of heart, tremendous heart. He didn't want the fight to be stopped, but look, the way I see it is nothing lost here. HBO wants him back on TV. He can face a lot of middleweights out there. So without any further ado, David Lemieux.
Hello, a bit disappointed tonight. I would love to give the fans a bit better show. Golovkin's a great champion, a very good fighter. For sure, I'll be seeing him in the near future again, somewhere down the line. But I feel the fight was stopped a bit too early. I'll show it in the near future. But he's a good champion. I have a lot of respect for him. Good job tonight. I hope the fans got what they want.
David, what happened in the fifth round?
I don't know. Huh?
Knocked down in the short round?
Knocked down?
You were knocked down in the fifth round?
Yes, there was a little body shot. I took a knee and then I got hit behind the head. So that's what happened.
Please raise your hand if you have any questions for David Lemieux, please.
David, we know Gennady is a power puncher, but how would you rate his jab tonight?
His jab was a very good punch. He got me with that jab. I think that was his best punch of the night.
David, what was the thing that surprised you about Gennady?
Actually, I was expecting a bit more power from him, but his jab, he had a good jab, he had a good solid jab. He's a very good fighter. He's a good champion.
David, congratulations for the performance. Question that I have for you is, coming in, were you overwhelmed with the experience of being in there with Triple G at all?
No, I know Triple G is a good fighter, but I know I could have done a lot more in the fight. I took a bit of my time in the fight. As the rounds went on, I started seeing him pump up a bit more air and everything. I wanted to extend the fight a bit longer, but it's the referee didn't see it the same way, so that was it.
One more question for David, please. Hey David, how you doing?
Doing okay.
Question for you. Once you started to recognize that the jab was so effective, did you have a plan B to get around the jab? Did you have a plan B to try to get away from the jab because it was very effective tonight?
Yeah, he had a great jab. He's a very good fighter. His jab was very effective tonight. As the rounds went, I thought I was adapting a bit slowly. But hat off to him. He did a good job tonight.
Thank you, David. Now we're going to bring up Team Triple G Golovkin.
So one more round of applause for David Lemieux and his entire team. He showed a lot of championship heart tonight. With that, we're going to set up the belts here for Gennady. I think we can set it.
Oh, yeah. There you go.
Okay, so he's got the belts now. What can you say? Gennady proved that he's at the top of the sport, not only from a marketing standpoint, a recognition standpoint, but also, you know, all the mythical pound for pounds when he's in with a big punching middleweight like that. A true champion, David Lemieux came in as an IBF champion. And when Gennady can dominate him like that, you know, clearly David was the best opposition that Gennady has faced. As I said before, he had a big punch that Gennady had to be careful about, but he was able to break him down. I think he took a lot of body shots, and we saw what Abel says is the bigger the challenge, the best performance, the bigger the performance you'll see in the ring. So I'd like to first have Abel say a few words, and then we'll have Gennady speak. Abel.
First of all, I want to congratulate David and David's team for getting to this point. It's a difficult road always when you fight for a title and win a title. He showed a lot of heart in there, but as I said before, nobody from 54 to 160 is going to stay 12 rounds with Gennady. Gennady showed today that he can box a little bit. He's not just a puncher. David gave us the opportunity to be able to display that. We're extremely happy on the results, of course. Hopefully we'll come back soon and through you guys again. Thank you.
We'll just have is this on? Yeah, we'll have Gennady because Max is here, so we'll have Gennady say a few words here, and then we'll open it up for questions as well.
First of all, thank you very much to my team. You know, today is a big day for me. I'm very proud of my team because I have unification fight and my first debut in pay-per-view fight. This big step for next, for future, for my story. Thank you, my team.
Big round of applause. The new IBF champion who just added to his existing belts here. So, do you want to open up?
Gennady, Chris Connor, Cyber Station Radio in Boston. Congratulations on your double title. I know you're waiting for Cotto Canelo. That's your dream fight. Everybody here wants to see if winner goes to them. What happens if they say no? What happens if they just don't want to fight you? What's your plan B?
Not my dream fight. My goal is all the belts in middle division. In the middle division, you know, I want all the belts. It's my plan. It's my plan A.
Gennady said, if I could jump in there, that we can't force, and I've said this before, we can't force someone to get in the ring with him, but his goal is to unify all the belts. That's his plan A. His plan A, B, and C. So whoever is the champion at that time, that's who he wants to fight.
This is a question for Tom and Gennady. You've made clear you want to unify the division, but right now you're also 3 title defenses away from breaking Wilfredo Gomez's record for knockouts, consecutive knockouts and title defenses, and 6 defenses away from breaking Bernard Hopkins' record at middleweight. Are those both accomplishments that you want before you leave the division?
No, I think, you know, I respect Bernard. He's legend. This is my story. I bring new story for middleweight division, like long time ago, like old school. This is my story, my first step for my story.
Gennady, first of all, I want to say thank you from all the fans for your big drama show and your team for not disappointing us again. And my question is, when you were in the middle of the fight, when you were in the round 3 and 4, when you were throwing and landing every single jab, when you were throwing and landing every single punch, what were you thinking at that moment? And what do you think about what can you say about your performance overall tonight? Thank you.
Yeah, I feel distance. I feel a very good distance. You know, my every jab, I touch him. I am a little bit waiting, just, you know, like I want like crazy attack, crazy style, like street fight. You know, not this side. not this time. I think David, he's strong guy. He's good warrior. You know, not this time. Yeah, I think we have a little bit different boxing IQ, different style, like class.
Congratulations, Gennady.
Thank you.
Two questions for you. You talked a little bit about the fact that you'd like to fight the Canelo and Cotto winner. We understand that, and you want the belts. Do you or Tom can maybe answer this also? Do you guys think that if Andy Lee or Billy Joe Saunders, whoever comes out of that fight, is that a legitimate fight that is makeable and that's something you're interested in?
Yes, of course. Yeah, I'm a boxer. As Tom, I'm ready.
The priority, Dan, is to see who's the winner of November 21. Usually, I'm already planning his next fight, but this one will definitely depend on what happens November 21 and then what the winner decides to do. But it's clearly, it's a great fight with Andy Lee and Billy Joe Saunders. We have to give Andy Lee a lot of credit because that is one of the few, he is one of the few top middleweights who actually agreed to fight Gennady last year. So we have to give a lot of credit to Andy, and if he comes out successful, there's no reason for us to believe that he wouldn't agree to fight Gennady again. So I think this type of performance from a marketing standpoint, a financial standpoint, opens up a lot of doors, Dan, where we can make those type of offers and get the champions in the ring that we weren't able to get in the previous years.
Gennady, my other question for you over here is, you fought here in Madison Square Garden before you sold out at the StubHub Center. What was it like for you to come into a sold-out Madison Square Garden that hasn't had a boxing salad for a fighter that wasn't a Puerto Rican fighter in, many, many years? I mean, that doesn't happen very often.
I'm very proud. I'm very proud. I'm very happy. It's a big day for me. And Madison Square Garden make of boxing. I love my fans. Thanks to my fans because people understand my style. Thank my team. Yeah, you're right. Today I feel great atmosphere. It's an amazing atmosphere. Just I saw. Oh, it's an amazing time for me. I'm very proud.
Gennady, anything surprise you about Lemieux, positively or negatively? And then Abel, same question for you. Did anything surprise you about Lemieux, positively or negatively?
No, I think, today for David, he going to school, to boxing school. I know he's understand, different class. Respect, he's strong. He's strong, he's champion. Different class.
No, we knew David was going to be strong. As we said in the past, and I said in that conference call several weeks ago, that the difference was going to be the IQ. Just a guy that's a lot smarter in the ring. David was lunging, trying to reach, and was getting hit with shots that maybe another fighter wouldn't hit him with, but Gennady is on a different level, like I've been saying.
No, he loved box to sport. I'm not.
Donald Trump actually came to his last fight with Guillaume, so he's a boxing fan and he's apparently a fan of Gennady, so he went out of his way to come tonight and came in the locker room to say hi to Gennady.
Gennady, GGG, what about TBE? Word is out of Las Vegas, he wasn't happy that it was suggested by Stephen A. Smith on ESPN that you would walk through him.
I hope in
can
the
you
future.
get to 154 and can you fight Floyd comfortably at 154?
I hope in the future, yeah.
Hey, this is for Abel. Is that the best his jab has looked to you?
Yes, but I see that in the gym every day. That's the best I've seen it in a fight. I've said for a long, long time, I needed somebody to challenge him so that he would use some of the tools that he uses in the gym. This is finally the guy that was a mental threat to him, not so much a physical threat, but the mental threat that he thought perceived threat was there, so he used the jab a little better and was able to do everything off his jab. If you notice, some of the hooks that he threw off the jab were powerful too, so he does a lot of things off the jab. Today he got able to use it.
And he seemed to start, usually Gennady shows a lot of patience in the ring. Tonight he went right after him. Was that your plan?
No, the plan was to see what David was going to do, but David came out a little relent, didn't really want to attack, so Gennady had to press the issue. But the jab was magnificent today and controlled the fight.
Hi, Gennady. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Thanks.
For years now, people have been talking about you fighting Cotto or Canelo, and you've always wanted it. It seems like it's closer than ever now. Do you feel like you're going to get it next year? And how excited are you for that kind of fight?
Good question. Both two great champions. Both great champions. Miguel, respect, and Canelo. I know he's super tough too. Who win? I'm ready.
You said you will win?
Yeah.
Геннадий, Максим, можно вопрос один? Со всех уголков Казахстана, со всего мира приехало много ваших фанатов. Что вы хотели, вы ощущали такую поддержку, и что вы хотели сказать всем фанатам во всем мире и из Казахстана, которые много приехали сюда?
Maybe I translate this question shortly. There is a lot of support in Kazakhstan, and what do you think about this support, and would you like to say something to your Kazakh fans?
More respect to my fans, for Kazakhstan fans, not just Kazakhstan fans, all fans. Yeah, of course I feel support in Kazakhstan people. My pleasure. This is my country. Respect. Ahmed.
Gennady, congratulations on a spectacular win. I spoke to Abel a few days ago, and he told me that you still haven't even reached your peak, that you could become even better. How much better do you think you can get?
Next fight, maybe I show you next fight. Today, good day for me. Not easy day, very big day. Maybe I show you next fight.
Hi, Golovkin, sparring from ES News. Daniel Jacobs and Peter Quillen, Kid Chocolate, is fighting December 5th for the King of Brooklyn title, middleweight. For the outcome of that fight, would you give Kid Chocolate a chance if he wins? He's been going at for a long time.
Of course, I'm open for anybody. I'm here. Look at I have 4 belts. Why not?
That's a great fight. It's a great fight between two middleweight champions, and that would definitely be a fight that would be on the radar for next year. If that's something we can do, it's certainly. We've talked about a Quillen fight before, and you can't take anything away from Danny Jacobs. He's proven to be a great fighter. Right now, he's a WBA regular champion, so that's definitely, the winner would definitely be in the cards, and that would be a great fight here in New York for sure.
This question's for Abel. Abel, I know you told us that Triple G statistically is one of the least most hit fighters. He gets hit the least. And today, it looks like he didn't take any punishment at all. Was that what you planned for, not taking any punishment? I know you said you don't want him to take punishment, but he does sometimes anyway.
No, not necessarily. Today he wanted to show people that he's not just a banger. He's a guy that can box. People forget that he had 350 amateur fights with a silver medalist. In order to do that, and only lost 5. You're gonna have to know how to box. And today he used the jab. Maybe in the next fight it'll be a hook, a jab and a hook that he uses better. It's a step at a time. But David today presented a target and presented the kind of opponent that he could practice the jab on. So it was an easy night for him.
Hey Gennady, Andy Emilio with ES News. I just want to know that if David hurt you at all at any point in the fight, and are you a little bit disappointed that you didn't get the street fight that you wanted?
No, I don't feel. No, I don't feel.
Bernie, we'll do one more question and then we'll start to wrap it up.
You've said in the past that you would come down to 154 to fight Floyd Mayweather. How far will you come down the scale to fight Cotto or Canelo?
I'm champion 160 middleweight. This is my category. For what? For business or for what? I'm a boxer. I'm champion middleweight division.
Okay, we're gonna wrap it up. Gennady has to still go back and do his commission requirements. So with that, just one more round of applause for Gennady Golovkin.
Thank you very much.